Five of us are going to go on a trail. We just came up some huge hills. This is called the Oakland Hills Redwood Park. And what is that? That is a giant redwood tree, some kind of a big... I guess they chopped some limbs off there. That's what it is, overhanging. 2005 Volvo, still running well. Electronics are not working. The radio's not working anymore, Jennifer said, but everything else seems to be fine. And this is probably a 100-foot redwood here. I was telling Odin this has this crazy crinkly bark on redwoods. You can always tell a redwood tree by that bark. And this thing just goes up and up and up and up and up and up and up. You can't even see the top of it. There's a spider web on the side. Oh, did I just see a bird in there? No, it's the sun catching the sparkle off the tree. Lovely trees. Oh, Jennifer's carrying her baby boy. Got Silas in the back. And where's Odin? Here's Odin coming out of the hiding place by the tree. Well, here's a collection of water bottles because this group of day trippers are making shelters. But they're not spending the night here, Mommy.
They're not spending the night.
No.
But they're making...
Siguy. Hi, Siguy.
Owen!
I'm not going to have you in the back if you could box me around.
I don't know.
Does he want a drink? You want a drink, Siguy?
Okay. Here, Siguy. You want some?
That's cute. There's a team effort. Mommy's holding him and Odin is pushing the button. We might find a California newt.
No, only in January, February, March.
You never see him now?
Larvae stays in the stream until the fall rains begin.
So this
Trying to
is...
the upper sections during the late winter and spring months. That's what they're doing.
And they were singing songs a minute ago. Big camp group hiked up here. It's got a trailer in case there's any problems. Oh, give me a home where the buffalo roam. And the... Now here's a plant with beautiful blooms and covered with stickers with spikes all over the place here. And lots of bees. Look at the bees going to town there. Lovely plant. Quite a distance away, we're not going to get the sound well. Odin, it told me that the sign says brown is the new green due to severe drought conditions,
Baby Blue,
irrigation for some park areas.
Hannah and John. No, Hannah's in the middle. She cannot be in the back.
There we go.
Also, is the left over here? What?
There's some campers with their big heavy backpacks here, huh? We're looking for newts and trout. There's native trout here, but we didn't see any. There was water bugs. Did you see some water bugs, Odin?
Yeah, I saw lots of them moving in the water.
Okay. The people weren't coming together. Well, this is the In-N-Out game.
In-N-Out Burger.
In-N-Out Burger. We're all having a good time.
Yeah.
You got a burger, right? Kids got grilled cheese. Grimpy got a double burger and a chocolate milkshake. How is yours, Odin? And how is yours, Siguy? Yeah? Good. Are you enjoying your Sandwiches? French fries? We're going to see the USS Hornet Aircraft Carrier Museum in right on this island. No, take my jacket out, please. And there's Jennifer and the kids are going, and there's Fulka going, and here's the old Volvo sitting there waiting for us. I'm shooting between the ships. There's the San Francisco skyline, about 10-12 miles away. And here is a ground view of the aircraft carrier Hornet with a couple planes on top, and they have a lot of other active ships here. Cape Mohegan, Cape Henry.
Through a bulkhead or wall opening, so over the combing or threshold,
Hornet,
and not on
something
it.
or other.
As you make it your
We'll ask them what that means. We're getting
Smoking is allowed
a
only
briefing
on the
now.
fantail, which is aft of Hangar Bay 3, or on the pier.
Now, this is really important.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Security person
Hi,
will
Jennifer.
determine if it is necessary to exit and the safest
Siguy.
routes take. We hope this
Siguy.
presentation has been informative.
Underwater killer.
Underwater killer. That,
Anti-submarine warfare carrier is
right.
what it was in its last incarnation.
Last incarnation.
There
Okay.
were 3 different incarnations. One was as a fleet carrier during World War II.
Right.
The second was as an angle-deck attack carrier for about a year. And then
Okay.
they rebuilt her a 3rd time and made her into an anti-submarine warfare carrier.
And that was when? What years was that?
Sometime in the mid-50s.
And she was retired when?
1970.
Thank you. Boys,
A capsule.
what kind of a capsule? This was an 3 astronauts were in this capsule. This was the capsule CM001A. This is where the astronauts came back from outer space, Mommy. Hornet +3. I don't know what that means, but HUK stood for Hornet Underwater Killer.
Yeah,
It was
okay,
also,
this way.
what are you doing?
Go up to the flight deck.
Deck of the Hornet. These are some jet planes they've used in Vietnam as well as Iraq rather, a couple of the Iraq wars. This vehicle saw active duty. And we've just been offered an opportunity to go up into the island, which is 5 stories to the top of the top deck. I'll turn around and shoot the direction we're focused, talking to the guide. Signal if you want to do a tour up to the very top deck through the island, a guided tour only. It's 5 flights up to the top, if you're up for that.
I'm not up for it.
Okay. There's an interesting little yellow plane here.
Why did she say yes or no? And you said no.
They're waiting for the tour. And there's San Francisco. There's the Oakland Bridge in front of me. And behind that, in the fog, is the Golden Gate. Oh, maybe you can see some of the tips of it. Nope, I don't think so. Here's a 9-cylinder Curtiss Wright engine, rotary engine. This yellow one I just took a big shot of before. And there's the medals that this ship and crew have won fighting in the various wars on the superstructure that's called the Island. This is the Island on an aircraft carrier. You go up, I think, five decks to the top, 4 decks to the captain's bridge, in which they're running a tour, but we're not doing that because we're out in the fresh air.
And the vast majority of the anti-aircraft guns were removed. Then in 1956, the ship underwent a major overhaul, conversion from straight deck to angled deck. We'll talk rationale of that when we get up to primary flight control. Also, the other change that was made, note the opening in the bow here. This was proved to be a structural weakness in heavy seas. In fact, this ship was taken out of World War II by a typhoon that collapsed the forward part of the flight deck here. So they were subsequently retrofitted with what was called a hurricane bow. hull was brought all the way up to the flight deck, which reduced that structural defect. And those are the primary.
Well, here's an Army helicopter on here, so shows the joint surfaces. This thing's all beat up, no helicopter blades on it anymore. And there is the skyline again. Okay, that's the Oakland Bay Bridge. Jennifer keeps correcting me saying it's the Bay Bridge, but it's a bridge that goes to Oakland, the one that collapsed in some earthquake years ago. It starts at that end of the east end. We're looking to the north here. And I don't know if it goes through a tunnel on the island. Some kind of, what was the name of that island, baby? Mr. Treasure Island or something. And